Hello everyone and a very good morning to you. This is Rachel live from 𝐃𝐤𝐴 Studios and you're watching The Early Trades, a show where we share with you a glimpse of the Australian share market opening trade along with global and domestic drivers triggering market momentum. We'll also take a look at prominent newsmakers grabbing the headlines during the early trading hours, as well as movements seen in cryptocurrency, crude oil, gold and the metals indices. The Australian share market did open lower this morning after the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones closed last week on a mixed note, pulled down by weak jobs data. However, the tech-heavy Nasdaq gained as the weaker-than-expected jobs data eased concerns over the US Federal Reserve's tapering plan. The ASX 200 has dropped 77.3 points to 7,445.6. After the Australian benchmark index finished higher for the first time in 3 consecutive sessions on Friday. The ASX 200 advanced 37.15 points or 0.5% to 7,522.9. Investors are waiting for the Reserve Bank of Australia's next monetary policy meeting, which is scheduled for tomorrow. That's to get an idea about tapering of the bond buying program. Meanwhile, Fortescue Metals' share price could be under pressure as it trades ex-dividend later today. Moving on, the S&P 500 was down 0.03% and the Dow Jones fell 0.21%. The Nasdaq rose 0.2%. Meanwhile, Federal Chief Jerome Powell said last week yet again that the central bank would start withdrawing monetary support when the economic recovery reaches a modest pace. Jobs data released by the Labour Department last Friday revealed the unemployment rate declined by 0.2% to 5.2% in August. Moving on now, let's quickly take a look at highlights of prominent ASX shares under the spotlight during early trade. First company on our list is Magellan Global Fund, a managed investment scheme that's reported a growth in its funds under management in August 2021. Retail funds under management grew 0.3% to $31.5 billion, while institutional funds under management grew 1% to $86.4 billion. Global Equities Fund was up 0.6% to $88.5 billion. Next up, NRW Holdings subsidiary Golding Contractors has entered into a 5-year contract extension agreement with Southern Cross Fertilizers. Under the terms, the contract will now be extended to September 2026 for Golding's Phosphate Hill operation. Automotive afterfare company AMA Group has voluntarily requested a trading halt for its listed securities pending a further announcement regarding a capital raising. The halt is expected to remain until the 10th of September or until an announcement is released. Retail fashion chain Premier Investments, their new CEO Richard Murray started his new role today a little earlier than expected. He was due to start in October. Investment company Washington H. Soul Pattinson expects financial year 2021 net profit after tax to almost double to $316 million to $336 million. That's compared to last year's profit of $170 million. The strong performance of New Hope Corp and Brickworks will support the profit figures. Looking at the bond market now, the 30-year Treasury bond yields was up 2.05% to 1.946, while the 10-year bond yields rose 2.45% to 1.326. In the currency space, the US dollar futures index decreased by 0.10% to $92.14. Moving on, let's look at the futures and commodities. Gold futures are up 1.02% to $1,829.95 per ounce. Weak economic data eased tapering fears, boosting prices of the yellow metal. Leading ASX-listed gold stocks such as Northern Star Resources are seen in the green during the early trading hours, while Newcrest Mining is trading lower during opening trade this morning. Silver increased by 3.7% to $24.80 per ounce, while copper rose 0.74% to $4.34. Brent oil futures decreased by 0.7% to $72.52 a barrel, and WTI crude was down 1.13% to $69.20. Oil prices fell following a weaker than expected US jobs report, indicating a patchy economic recovery. It implies slower fuel demand during the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Energy stocks such as Woodside Petroleum were in the green during early trade. Santos shares edged higher during early trade this morning. And that's all from me for now. This is Rachel signing off, but stay tuned to 𝐾𝐢𝐬 TV. We have many more shows lined up for you, sharing live updates across the economy, markets and sectors. I'm Rachel signing off for now.